Hello students, welcome to the review class of our chapter number 3, Chemical Reactions and Equations. And today we are going to remember and learn all the important points in this chapter. Okay, so let's start. So first, in very first video we have seen all the basic points of the chemical reactions. Let's see. Okay, so what is valency? The capacity of an element to combine is called as valency of an element, and we have seen the example of CH4, that is methane. Then the next point is, for writing molecular formula of different compounds, what we required? We required symbol of different radicals and their valency. Okay, if suppose I want to write zinc sulfate, so what should I know? I should know about the term what is zinc, that is what is the symbol for zinc, that is Zn, and what is sulfate, that is SO4. Okay, so for writing the different molecular formulas, we have to know, we required symbol of different radicals and their valency. Okay, then we have seen about the chemical reactions. So this is very easy. During chemical change, what happens? The composition of matter changes. That means the properties of compound gets changed and a new product gets formed. Okay, for example, cooking of food. Okay, milk turned into the curd. So this is a chemical process. So it is called as a chemical change. Then during physical change, what happens? Only states of matter gets changes. Okay, if the compound is in solid state, then it gets converted into liquid state or else gaseous state, like this. So for example, transformation of ice into water and evaporation of water. So basically a chemical reaction is a process where some substance undergo bond breaking and transformed into a new substance by formation of a new bond. Okay, then what we have seen other terms, that are a substance that taking part in the reaction is called as what? It is called as reactant, whereas the substance formed as a result of a chemical reaction by formation of new bond is called as product. Let's see one reaction, you will understood the term. So here Na plus Cl will give NaCl. In this reaction, what are reactants? Na and Cl, they are called as reactants, and NaCl is a product. Okay, then what is chemical equation? Chemical reaction can be written in brief as follows. Okay, so here the equation which is written in the word format, that is aqueous solution of copper sulfate plus zinc sulfate will give aqueous solution of zinc sulfate plus copper. Okay, so this simple way of representing a chemical reaction in words. Okay, here the reaction is written in word format. So the simple way of representing a chemical reaction in words is called as what? Word equation. Then the representation of chemical reaction in a condensed form using a chemical formula, then it is called as what? Chemical equation. Okay, what is the chemical formula for this reaction? That is CuSO4 plus Zn will give ZnSO4 plus Cu. Okay, yeah. Then writing a chemical equation. How to write a chemical equation? So for that, a very first point is, in a chemical equation, the reactants are written on the left hand side while the products are written on the right hand side. Okay, if the reactants or the products are two or more, then they are linked with a plus sign, as I have written over here, that is a plus sign in between them. To make the chemical equation more informative, the physical states of the reactants are indicated in the equation. Their gaseous, liquid and solid states are indicated by writing the letters, that is small g, small l and small s respectively in the bracket. Okay, when heat is to be given from outside to bring about a reaction, then it is indicated by a sign, that is a small triangle. written above the arrow which indicates what? The direction of the reaction. Then it is necessary to fulfill certain conditions like specific temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. to bring about some reaction. So for that, what is needed to written in the reaction? That about the degree Celsius. If it is 60 degrees Celsius, then above the arrow mark what is to be written? That is 60 degree, and above and below the arrow mark about the catalyst, informations about the catalyst. This reaction we have seen in our last class, that is Vanaspati ghee wala reaction. I hope you remember. Which catalyst is used in that reaction? Student, remember, nickel catalyst, and it is about the 60 degrees Celsius temperature. So that is also important to write a chemical reaction. Then specific information or names of the reactants and products are written below their formula, like whether the concentrated acid is used or dilute acid is used. So that is also important. Then balanced equation. What is balanced equation? When the number of atoms of each element is same on the two sides of an equation, then it is called as a balanced equation. Here let's see an equation, that is AgNO3 plus NaCl will gives AgCl plus NaNO3. If you count the number of the two sides, then you will get that it is a balanced equation. Here Ag is 1, here also Ag is 1, NO3 is NO is 3, here NO is 3, yes, Na is 1, Na is 1, then Cl is 1, Cl is also 1. So this is a balanced equation. Then what is unbalanced equation? When the number of atoms of each element is not same on the two sides of an equation, then it is called as unbalanced equation. So here if you can observe this reaction and you will see that this reaction is not balanced, that means it is unbalanced. Okay, so how to balance a chemical reaction? The very first step is write the chemical equation from the given word equation. So you have to convert a word equation into a chemical formula, into a chemical equation. So it is like this. Then the second step is check whether the equation is balanced or not by comparing the numbers of atoms of the various elements present on the two sides of the equation. So you have to count the number of atoms of two sides of an equation, and you have to see whether it is balanced or not. If it is not, then it is convenient to start balancing an equation from the compound which contains the maximum number of atoms. Moreover, it is convenient to first consider that the element in this compound which has unequal number of atoms on the two sides. So you have to start balancing the reaction which compound contain maximum number of atom. Then at the fourth step, write down the final balanced equation again. So in third step, till third step, you have to balance each and everything and checked, and at the fourth step you have to write a balanced chemical equation. Okay, then what are the types of chemical reaction? First is combination reaction. This topic is very easy. Here what happened? When two or more reactant combine in a reaction to form a single product. Okay, two reactant combine to form a single product, then it is called as a combination reaction. Decomposition reaction, it is opposite of combination reaction. That is the chemical reaction in which two or more products are formed from a single reactant. Here single reactant used, and with the help of single reactant two or more products are formed. Okay, then we have seen the third, that is displacement reaction. What is that? The reaction in which the place of an ion of less reactive element in a compound is taken by another more reactive element by formation of its own ion. Okay, so here what is the reaction? Here Zn will go with Cl and it will form ZnCl2, and plus H2 will remain as it is. Then the fourth is double displacement reaction. The reaction in which the ions in the reactants are exchanged to form a precipitate is called as double displacement reaction. Here ions gets exchanged. Now you can see over here K2 will go with SO4 and it will form K2SO4, that is potassium sulfate, and here Ba will go with CrO4 to form a barium chromate. Okay. Then the endothermic reactions. What is endothermic reaction? Very simple. During endothermic reaction, heat is either absorbed from the surrounding or has to be supplied continuously from outside. So you have to remember one thing, that is in endothermic reaction, heat is only absorbed. That means the term heat is written on the reactant side. Then what is exothermic reaction? It is opposite of endothermic reaction. Like during exothermic chemical reaction, heat is given out. So heat is given out, so it is written on the product side. Then we have learned the factors affecting rate of chemical reaction. We have learned the nature of the reactants, then size of the particles of reactant. Here the size of the particle of reactant should be smaller so that the rate of reaction gets increases. Then concentration of the reactant, okay, dilute acid react slowly as compared to the concentrated acid. So concentrated acid react faster. Then the temperature of the reaction, and we have seen role of a catalyst. Okay, these are the factors affecting the rate of chemical reaction. Then again a very simple term, oxidation reaction. The chemical reaction in which reactant combine with oxygen, that means it gain oxygen or loses hydrogen to form a product. Okay, so in oxidation reaction the O2 should be there at the reactant side. Then opposite of oxidation reaction, reduction reaction. What happens? In the reduction reaction, the chemical reaction in which the reactant gain hydrogen. Here it gain oxygen, but here it gain hydrogen and loses oxygen to form a product. Okay, so H2 should be written at the reactant side. Okay, then the substance that brings about reduction is called as what? Reductant or a reducing agent. So CuO plus H2 will give Cu plus H2O. This is the reaction. So here what happened? Oxygen atom goes away from CuO. That means here the reduction of Cu takes place and the H2 atom gain oxygen atom. That means oxidation of H2 takes place. So here both oxidation and reduction reaction takes place simultaneously. So a reaction in which both oxidation and reduction of atom takes place, then it is called as what? A redox reaction. Okay, here in this Fe plus S will gives FeS. So Fe loses electron, that means its oxidation takes place, and S accept electron, that means its reduction takes place. Then we have seen the new vehicle look shiny as the old vehicle look dull. Yes, a certain type of reddish color solid layer collect on their metallic surface. So this is called as what? This is called as rust. Okay, and its chemical formula is Fe2O3.X H2O. Due to the various components of atmosphere, oxidation of metal takes place, which consequently resulting in their damage. This is called as what? This is called as corrosion. Then when we use old leftover cooking oil for making a foodstuff, it is found to have a foul odor, that is called as what? Rancidity. And when oil or ghee is left aside for a long time or fried food is left aside for a long time, it undergo air oxidation and it becomes rancid. Okay, here are some important terms which are very easy. Just read this. One or more chemical reaction takes place during every chemical change. Yes. Some chemical reaction occurs at fast speed whereas some occurs at a low speed. Yes. During strong acid and strong base react instantaneously. Okay. Then in our body, enzyme increases the rate of psychological reaction. Here the fifth point is perishable foodstuff gets preserved longer in a refrigerator, yes, to maintain its freshness. And vegetable cook quickly on oil rather than water. And the sixth point is the ozone layer in the Earth's atmosphere protects the life on the Earth from UV rays, okay, from the sun, okay. And the rate of the reaction is what is very important from environment point of view also. So this is all about our chapter number 3, chemical reactions and equations. Everything is very easy, just you have to pay attention and concentrate what you are learning, okay. Go through all the videos here. This is just a review. I have explained in detail in all the tutorial videos with reactions. Practice more and more reactions, balancing reactions, okay. And do your study, complete your assignment. All the best, students. Thank you.